Welcome to A Little Birdie Told Me, the podcast. I'm your host, Rebecca Horan, and on Season 8, Episode 2, I'm joined by TV and radio presenter and podcast host, Blathnaid Treacy Moon. Blathnaid and I got very real about the early days of parenting, how she found being pregnant the second time round versus the first, her sadness at having to take time off work and working for herself, her very busy career, and she also discussed her recent ADHD diagnosis and how her husband, Charlie, had his suspicions before Blathnaid decided to investigate further. She also diagnosed me on the podcast with ADHD, and we did speak about fashion, how we have fun, and her cranky moods. It's a really, really lovely chat, and I hope you enjoy it. To all my gorgeous listeners, because every parent deserves peace of mind, I'm thrilled to share that this episode is brought to you in partnership with Optimal Follow-On Milk, the #1 follow-on milk brand in Ireland. Optimal Follow-On Milk is a product you can trust. It's specially designed to support babies' growth and development as it contains calcium and vitamin D, which contributes to the normal growth and development of bone. With over 50 years of dedicated breast milk research, Optimal Follow-On Milk brings science and care together to support your baby's journey. Optimal Follow-On Milk, your life, our science. Important notice. Breastfeeding is best. Follow-on milk should be used as part of a mixed diet from 6 months. Please speak to a healthcare professional for advice. To verify #1, contact the Optimal Care Line. So on this episode, this lady is up the duffer. So it wasn't as easy to get her in here, and she's very busy all of the time. But I was like, let's get her on this season. We have the divine goddess that is broadcaster Blathnaid, Treacy. Thank you for coming on.
I love that you introduced me by saying she's preggo, she's up the duff.
Imagine you weren't till I just announced out in the corridor. You're pregnant, Blathnaid.
Yes.
You're like, absolutely I'm not.
No, I couldn't be more.
Such a lovely ball of a pregnancy.
Thank you.
It's a really lovely ball.
It's a nice, do you know what? I do love a bump. And I couldn't be more pregnant.
A bump.
Yeah, I'm very full of baby right now.
You're not really. I would say you're not. We're not meant to comment on women's bumps and are they neat or small or big.
Oh,
or
I don't
low.
care. I don't care.
But you're not really, because you're a petite gal anyway, so I wouldn't say so. But I love a bump too, because you know when you're on holiday and you've the old bikini on, if there's anything that you feel funny about your tummy, it's like, we'll have a bump.
Yeah. No, I don't. I actually, because this is my second pregnancy now, and I just think women are amazing and what we can do, and our bodies, the fact that we are growing a human. Yeah. I've got 2 hearts inside me right now. It's insane.
It's nuts.
And it's all just happening magically by itself, and it's such a beautiful thing, and I know that not everybody can experience it. So I'm just I've got first trimester, obviously very pukey. Second trimester, it was a doddle, beautiful.
It's lovely, isn't it?
So nice. Third trimester, getting a bit kind of creaky with the hips and stuff. I've got 8 weeks to go now, and I actually feel... Yeah, I feel good.
You look great.
I feel good.
You look like a ride. You look right. Did you, and we don't need to get into it, but second trimester, you get a bit you feel a bit sexy, or were you not sexy at all? I was a bit sexy second trimester. Yeah, I lost that third. I was like, touch me with any particle of penis, and I will...
Get it away from me. Sort that out yourself.
But I do remember, I remember Vogue Williams saying it once, she's like, I think she said something like I was just pulling myself. I do remember the hormones second trimester.
The hormones, definitely. I think I'm actually friskier this pregnancy than the first. I felt very kind of sick and headachy and very sort of sweaty.
Okay.
The first pregnancy.
That's nice.
So not so sexy, not sweaty, sexy.
Sweaty is...
But this pregnancy, I definitely feel more voluptuous, if that's the right word to use. Yeah. And I've definitely seen Charlie kind of, give me the side eye a lot.
Side eye? Yeah. Or isn't side eye bitchy look?
Oh, sorry. I mean, he's given me.
I love that.
I've
definitely seen Charlie give me the side eye. I'm
not the side eye. He's giving me the eye. Oh, but no, I actually do feel a lot sexier this pregnancy.
I think pregnancy is super sexy. Honestly, that's
your boobs are bigger, your butt's bigger. Your lips are bigger.
But if you're happy in it and enjoying it, right? And let's be fair about it, because some people have shitty experiences.
Oh yeah.
But if you're having a lovely time, I can see women who are in a swimming pool or on hot, and I'm just like, you're so gorgeous.
Oh,
you're literally creating a baba.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I have been like an antichrist.
Are you cranky?
Yeah.
Why? Just tired.
Hormones. I'm kind of a grumpy person. Have always been quite grumpy, even as a child.
Like a sunshine girl.
Oh no, I am quite grumpy. I can get really, I can.
What?
You don't want to piss me off.
In the mornings or?
If I'm hungry.
Yeah,
which of course you're kind of hungry a lot of the time when you're pregnant, and if you're tired. Not a great combo.
So you're just a dick? You're just dicky?
Short.
Yeah.
But
That's
only
okay.
to the people that I love the most,
that's okay.
which is terrible. So my husband definitely gets the brunt of it. My mum probably would, because you can just be very blunt and
Yourself.
honest.
You can be yourself.
But yeah, there was definitely a period there at the start of the third trimester where I was an antichrist. Tired and frustrated and angry, and because I'm very busy and like you kind of have to slow down, and I find that
It's really
that's
hard
actually,
to force yourself to slow
yeah,
down.
that's the hardest part of pregnancy, is having to be like, oh no, you actually have
But
to
for
stop.
you, some people lean into that shit. They're like, baths, massages, the yoga. I'm going to say no to that work. I'm not going on that. You're probably a little like me, where
Okay.
it's like, tick, 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 I'm going to keep doing the
So,
things and pretend I'm
yeah.
still the same. How do you find being pregnant with a kid? What age is your beautiful Nancy?
Nancy is 2. She is
Wow,
2.
okay, so it's all a lot.
It's a lot. So she's 2 and 2 months. So she'll be 2 and 4 months when
She's only little.
she is only little,
Yeah.
but she's like a little teenager going around.
Okay.
She's like fully talking. We're actually going to be we're doing potty training this week, because I was like, I need to get that done before this one arrives.
Oh, you're overwhelming yourself though. That's a lot.
I know, but
Why do you need to get it done? Why do women do this? Why do you need to get it done?
Because I think that it's kind of
It'll drag on then.
it'll drag on, but I have the time.
Okay.
I have the time to actually do it now,
Okay.
because you need to like be fully focused.
Yeah.
My friend just did it with her
And
kid.
it also you can go into phases where it kind of works and then come out of it. So you want to be around for that.
Yeah. So we have a plan. I've read a book. Hopefully it works.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Look, I'm no expert in potty training, but all I ever did was go with the whole like take a weekend, or if you're on holiday or somewhere where they can just be free and you deal with it for a few days, and they honestly are so smart. They're little humans. Like
Yeah.
they don't want to soil themselves. They don't
No.
want, unless they're in a situation where that is something that they can't control or they
Yeah.
don't notice.
Yeah.
But Simone would just loved using the toilet like I did, or
Okay.
so.
Oh, that's good.
I find her night times now, like she's 4, would still be a bit funky with
Yeah.
with her in and out of training and
yeah,
stuff. But
yeah.
during the day she was great. So
Yeah, we're not doing the nighttime potty training.
yeah,
No,
it's funny. We're being terrible about that.
Yeah.
We're just like,
We'll figure that out at some
Yeah.
point, but we want to do the daytime stuff,
Yeah.
get that done and dusted. We've got 8 weeks to kind of get all of our ducks in a row. And then once that's done, great, fabulous.
so you're like, we were just speaking about meeting at a photo call for Walk in Our Shoes Radio, which is definitely not 10 years. I think it's longer. Maybe it's 10 years. I feel like it's longer.
No, I think it is around 10
Okay.
years. Yeah.
And then I was on your TV show on RT YouTube.
Two-tube.
YouTube!
Yes.
YouTube's totally different thing.
Yeah.
And I was on that, and you're saying we haven't met since then, but we followed each other. But you have had such a gorgeous career trajectory. I think, I'm sure when you're in it, it's been hectic and crazy and not always perfect, but it's been really lovely. Like you've just moved up and up, and you know DJ'd and you even have a podcast now.
Yeah, it's been an interesting one. I
yeah.
think, it's funny. You kind of like you shift gears a bit. Like definitely, I'm in my 30s now, but like definitely my 20s. So I joined RT when I was 24, and I joined 2Tube. So that was like a live magazine show 5 days a week.
Super busy.
It was brilliant. It was like red carpets, interviewing the biggest stars in the world, all that kind of stuff. Myself and Stephen Byrne, we had
He's
a
lovely.
ball.
Yeah,
he's so lovely. So did that for 4 years, and then I moved into radio as well, and then I also moved into kind of doing a lot of the Electric Picnic, all the festival coverage, which was like right up my alley, and then doing like the Choice Music Prize, all that music-y cool stuff. And then I did, I worked on Dancing with the Stars for 3 years, doing all the behind the scenes
I
stuff.
remember that. Yeah, of course.
Which was great fun. That was class.
But also really great because it's live, it's full on, it's exciting.
Yeah, no, it was really good fun. And then just unfortunately budgets, they just, the show had to come to an end. But then did loads with the Today Show. Yeah, I guess I've kind of moved around quite a bit, but it's always within the entertainment kind of area. And now radio is going really, really well. It's fantastic. Yeah, the show is like, it's got the #1 listenership on 2FM. So it's like huge.
But it's
thrilled.
sick. You know what you're doing. You get in, get out. You've got great art. Like, it just works. It's a beautiful formula, I think.
Aw.
And you're great on air.
Well, thank you.
You are.
It's funny, like when you're in your 20s, your early 30s, and you're very, very, very career focused, and that's wonderful. That's when you're supposed to be really career focused and all that. But it is actually nice to take the foot off the gas there a little bit and kind of really focus on like your home life and that work-life balance. And I think I've struck a really nice balance. Now it's really, really lovely. And like we're loving our Stony Batter life, but we're kind of thinking maybe would we move back out to Wicklow now?
Where in Wicklow? I'm in Wicklow.
Are you from Greystones?
I'm in Enniskerry. No, everyone says that. I just spend a lot of time at the beach. No,
Okay.
I'm Enniskerry,
You're
but
from
I'm not
Enniskerry.
from there. I'm
Okay.
a blow-in, like a complete nutter
You're a
loser.
dub, are you?
Yeah, I'm originally from Wicklow, then moved to Dublin, and then moved out this side of Wicklow.
Okay.
So I am a blow-in, but we are very much part of the community and we love it. So come out, please.
Yeah, well, I'm from Bray and Charlie's from Kilcool, so
great.
All of our family is out that way, and I miss the sea.
Bringing up kids, in my opinion, out that way where you've got all the mountains, the sea, the crack, and you're still near enough to town to zip in and airports is fabulous.
Yeah.
And initially I was like, I'm going to die out here.
Yeah.
I'm going to become a social pariah. No one will visit. It's going to be really lonely. And I didn't see the benefits of the sea, you know, exercise out there, all the great things. And the fact that you can dip in, and I just love it.
Yeah. Well, I grew up there, so it would be like going back home both of us. So I think we had a gorgeous summer this year. We went out to Belmullet in Mayo. Charlie's auntie and uncle have a gorgeous holiday home there, and they generously let us stay there for a week. And we actually did our mini moon there as well. And it's like there's something magical about this place.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's just it's just magic. And you're in this gorgeous holiday home and you're just looking out at the sea, and it was just stunning.
It made you go, I kind of want that.
Oh yeah. And like we love our house in Stony Batter, but it's tiny. And like we love it, like we're accustomed to our tiny house and our tiny life.
But you could get more space.
Yeah, and like it's just when you have, like, she's obviously legging it around now, and you're like, God, I'd love to have a garden for her. And like, what a privilege to be able to provide a garden for your kid. Like, it's really difficult for a lot of people at the moment trying to get onto the property ladder and all that. It's really hard. A lot of people are struggling. So I understand that it's a massive privilege to even have that as a possibility. So we're like, do you know what, maybe, and also just to be closer to family as well.
Yeah.
Because I think
you need that more, especially when you have a second. You're like, please, I need people to help. Like, we have such a weird calendar this week, and I'm like, who's going to help us?
I know. It's full on, isn't it?
It is.
When you have kids, you're like, I need help.
Everything changes on a dime, like everything.
Yeah.
Like, when you had Nancy, did your relationship with Charlie change or just become more enhanced?
Yeah, it changed. It definitely changed. So having my first child, so I didn't know that I had ADHD. So,
when did you find that out? We'll get into that in a sec.
So I found out after, I think maybe 9 months after I'd had Nancy. Because I didn't realize this, and lots of people don't, but when you have a baby and you have ADHD, your hormones and your ADHD kind of amp up.
It's exacerbated. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like big time.
Yeah.
And so I was having all of these symptoms and not coping very well and being extremely stressed out and very like ratty and just
Tell us about your symptoms. Like, how did it present? Like, what we had Subi on as well, who's just gorgeous and has also had a diagnosis. Like, what was the worst part of it? Just the moods, or just the overwhelm, or all of?
So for me it was more. So the lack of sleep, that's a huge issue. If you've got ADHD, you're not sleeping properly, massive problem. And obviously you don't sleep when you have a kid. Then there's the not eating properly and not exercising. So those kind of three things are like a bit of a recipe for disaster. And then of course your hormones are all over the shop. And I was back to work 8 weeks after I had my daughter. So like it was a lot. So there was a lot to deal with. And we were like,
8 weeks?
8 weeks, yeah. It was
8 weeks?
8 weeks.
Full-time back?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, but I'm not in an office 5 days a week. Well, I had to.
It's very American. That sounds like those women that you hear about and you're like, why at 11 or 12 weeks did you go back to your job? And they're like, well, you have to in America. I just find that really sad for you.
Well, no, I had to because I was self-employed. So if you don't work, you don't get
fair
paid,
enough,
kind of thing. So got bills to pay.
Were you breastfeeding her?
I was, and then that was really hard.
That's really hard.
It was really. It was like.
Did that put you off the breastfeeding?
I had to give it up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
So there you go.
Yeah.
So you're onto bottles. You're moving off that. Okay.
And then she wasn't an amazing feeder. She wouldn't move to the bottle very easily. And then also we had issues with different formulas. And then she would only take the bottle from me.
Okay.
So it was very difficult. So that was quite a difficult period. There was a lot of stress. And then of course you add that to the ADHD and the kind of the bad mood. I was just in a bad mood.
But you didn't know. You were like, I'm just had a baby and I'm tired. You didn't know why you were so upset.
But finding everything very difficult. Like, you see some people and they're just like, yeah, they just take it in their stride. I wasn't taking it in my stride.
I love how honest you're being about this, because it is great and we're so lucky, and we always say it as women, #blessed, #lucky. We're so privileged with our kids and stuff, and like, it's not their fault. They're brilliant. They're little humans. It's not they never asked for this, right? Madness of adults trying to bring them up and adults who don't have a clue. But it is really difficult
Yeah.
some of the time, not
Yeah.
all of the time. And there's some special moments. I joked about my holiday recently. I was like, lol, Fest 2000, just sitting in like basically a pool of piss and trying to teach your kid to swim and pretending, and then getting a gym session. And that's literally your pamper moment. Getting a gym, like that's now your drinking on the beach moment.
Going
like,
to work is time off for me.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And like at night, you're like, I'd love another glass of wine. It's like tantrum. Okay, we got to get back. So everything changes, and that's okay.
And that is okay, because it is for a short
But it's
amount of
very
time.
hard when you first have a baby and everyone is like posy pics with their partner and everything's great. And
It's not. It definitely takes its toll. I mean, what Charlie is the most amazing dad. He's such a wonderful dad, and he's so sweet with her. It's the cutest thing ever, and. Yeah, but it definitely did take its toll. It was difficult at times. And then, so Charlie's a musician, but he's also a teacher. He's a music teacher as well. And he was doing teacher training. I said this on an interview before, and he was learning about teaching neurodivergent people. And he was like, oh my God, my wife has ADHD. And I was like, really?
What a foreplay, Charlie. Come home, let's do it.
Let's see.
Seriously?
But honestly, it was such a huge eye-opener.
Were you initially hurt by him coming to you with that, or just happy?
No, because they've always felt like there was something
My husband always sends me those links and memes as well.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
It's like the other day, there's something about my brain. He'd see me do something and he goes, how your brain works and he goes, I think you're... And I said, okay, but I need to get a formal... We can't just all talk about things and pathology. Like, I'd need to go and find that out. And he goes, by the way, it's a compliment. And I said, what do you mean? He goes, did you read how great people are who have... Like, he's like, this is not me saying you're a piece of shit. It's me just saying, I think how you work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how I see you work, and you're, and then this call, and then I'm on another Zoom over here, and then I do. He's like, it's kind of extraordinary, but also really tricky if you're not a.
Yes.
So he kind of figured it out.
He figured it out, and he just. So I kind of went online and I did one of those sort of quiz things, and it was like 98% chance.
Stop it. Okay, so come on, break it down as a mama. What were the biggest things that you felt ticked the box?
So I know lots of people are going to listen to this and be like, yeah, I feel like all of that stuff as well, but it's a more extreme version. It's heightened. Yeah. So it was definitely, I'm doing everything wrong. I don't know where to begin. Like, the list is so long. You're like, I don't even know where to start. I'd be a bit of a perfectionist. So if something isn't going the way that I've planned it to go, I'm like, why won't that go? Why was it?
Frustration.
Lots of frustration, and just. I just felt extremely anxious, wasn't sleeping well anyway because I have the kid. And then it was like, I don't even know exactly. It was just a kind of an all-encompassing, this is really, really hard.
This is a shit show, yeah.
No, it wasn't even a shit show, but it was just, there was times where it was really difficult, and then there was times where it was okay, and it was kind of going up and down and up and down, and then, I don't know, I just started finding things very difficult, and like, I would have a lot of like chatter in my head.
Me too.
And then it would go into like a negative space, and then that negative talk then would come out of me.
That's really
in
sad.
A negative
That's
sort
really
of,
shit.
Yeah, it was really
shit
on.
Because you're brilliant and you're raising a kid and you're doing all the great things, and you have something in your head saying like you're really kind of crap at that point.
Yes.
And that's fucking hard.
Yeah, it is difficult.
Because then you're like, game face, hi, and it's really hard.
And you're trying to go to work and you're trying to be like, you know,
presentable. And
so, but anyway, like, it was difficult, but like, to be honest, again, the first 6 months for any parent is full on. So I did that quiz, and then I went and I got the formal diagnosis, and it was just like, wow.
Was it game changing?
Yeah, huge. Absolutely huge, because I was like, okay, this makes so much sense.
Was it a few sessions or one session? Or?
No, it was over 3 or 4. It was actually over Zoom as well, which was really handy. So it was over 3 or 4 sessions, and then it was kind of like, okay, so yeah, like, even the first consultation, they were like, it sounds very much like you have it. And also the fact when she said to me, she said, you've had a baby, you know that your symptoms like explode when you have a baby. And I was like, right, okay, this makes more sense.
Is there any link at all, and this is obviously a very medical question, you and I may not be answering, but is there a postnatal depression or postpartum, those feelings associated with an ADHD? We don't know.
I don't know, but I don't know, because in my head I was like, did I have postnatal depression? And I don't think I did. I actually just think it was the ADHD symptoms kind of going hell for leather. because I never had any feelings of negativity towards my daughter, ever.
Yeah, so it wasn't that.
It wasn't
was yourself.
that. And from my understanding, postnatal depression, there can be...
Well, it can be a bit of both. It can
Right.
be, a disassociation, or detachment from those feelings towards bonding with your child. But I think it's also just an in on yourself, not very happy vibes. I don't think it's just about that.
Yeah, okay.
I think it's like a depression. It's like,
Yeah.
I really can't get the tasks done on the list that are simple even.
Yes.
Or they're getting up, like you'll see the mamas getting up and out with the buggies and the strollers and having the coffee. Like that seems like a massive mountain.
How do they do it? How are they up at like, I don't understand. I actually am very antisocial. I'm very content on my own. Really
I'm very antisocial, but then I'm that weird extrovert, as in I
like
need...
you 100% have ADHD, by the way. Like you definitely do.
Oh my God, here we go, Dr. Phil.
I know.
Like that is the funniest
When we were
thing.
talking before we started recording, I was like, she's got ADHD.
I mean, probably. I mean, the
think
fact
you
that my
do.
husband's with me 12, 13 years and is like very much, you know, but then I'm like, what does a
I
diagnosis
can just
help?
see the way your mind
Do
is
you
jumping
think
from
so?
one
Oh,
thing
like,
to the other. I'm like, she
always.
totally has it.
This man Barry, who's here filming this, will attest to the fact that he worked with me for 8 years. God, I can't remember, 8, maybe nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
And bless him, I'm like, but that and that. And he's like, okay, we'll just fuck.
Yeah, I know. It's really
But
hard.
I think
isn't
it's
it?
like, if it's the case, Dr. Phil, I think it's a gift and a hindrance. I think all of these things with people who have additional needs or need a bit of help or are just themselves, or you're like, I've had Adam Harris on the pod, I've had Dr. Rebecca Quinn, who's just insanely good.
Yeah.
If that is the case, right, and if that happens for my children, what a bloody gift.
Oh,
And like,
yeah.
my brain is off the charts nuts, but also some great things come from that.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of negativity in that brain.
Yeah, there can be a lot of negative self-talk. And
Oh,
I think
100%. I don't have imposter syndrome because I'm a really deluded person.
Okay.
I live off delusion. And it's,
lovely.
it's a survival. No,
Yeah.
it's 100% survival.
Nice.
I've always been like, I can do that if I can't.
Yeah.
And people think you're shit. I'm still like, I'll do it. But there's a lot of negative self-talk to get to that thing.
Yeah, it's a funny one, isn't it?
I live off that. I
Yeah.
think it feeds the beast.
Yeah, but like, look, every single person is totally different. And it's funny, I actually always feel quite
You're like,
apprehensive.
you're dead.
Yeah. But I do feel kind of apprehensive about speaking about ADHD because
Why?
because it feels like everybody has ADHD right now.
But I think everyone has Sorry,
So-
just to back that
no,
up,
but
because
not
everyone's like,
to say,
everyone.
No, but just to say that yes, there are lots of people who have it, and it's more that it's people who are listening, rolling their eyes, oh, here we go, here's another. Funny when you actually look back, because I think generally when somebody gets some sort of a neurodivergent diagnosis, they look back at their life and there's a period of grieving where you're like, oh my God, that poor child. Like in school, I was the bottom of the class. I just was like, oh, I'm thick. So I always just was like, okay, I'm the dumb one, that's fine. I was in an Irish school as well, and dyslexia and ADHD kind of go hand in hand. I am dyslexic as well. So I was definitely struggled a lot in the Irish schools. Like I love Irish, I speak Irish and all that. But my confidence was like on the floor. And then I switched schools and I went to an English speaking secondary school for my senior cycle. And it was just like I understood everything so much clearer. My confidence grew. There's no way I'd be working in TV had I not have made that switch in school. And just being, I was like, oh my God, I went from being the bottom of the class to actually doing really well.
I was going to say, you are, like I said, a sunshine, warm, accomplished, confident gal. Like I wouldn't, in my opinion of you, and even online and in person, you're not someone who's self-deprecating. I wouldn't see you as an insecure iris. I don't feel you're a nervy. Like you are such a warm, charismatic soul. So it's funny how you have all of this stuff going on, and whether you're masking that.
It's the masking. It's masking.
But is it?
Yeah, no, it is. Like definitely.
And you're saying there you're antisocial. So you're saying
Yes.
you do all of this, then you're shattered and you go away and hide. Okay,
Yes.
sounds like me.
Yeah.
Okay, so cool.
Yeah, I re-energize on my own.
Oh, I 100%.
Quiet, like
I just
everyone
go
leave
and
me
hike
alone.
or I go to a sauna,
Yeah,
and people are
yeah.
like, I'll come with you. I'm like, I'm good for 7 women sitting in a sauna with me.
I couldn't think of anything worse. No,
And then I go to the gym and I work it out and I have a drink even on my own. But I don't know, it's a dichotomy, isn't it? I also feed off my kids, I feed off people,
Yeah.
I get energy from people. I would be
Yeah.
quite lonesome if I didn't get out and work.
Yes, yeah. Like you
wow.
need to like if I lived in an isolated area,
Yeah.
I'd be screwed. But the fact that I
Yeah.
live in a really busy little kind of village in the middle of Dublin is brilliant for me because I
you
get
feed
out.
off it, yeah.
You get out, have a coffee. I'll have my little bit of small talk, and then I'm like, right, bye. I don't want to get too deep into this conversation.
So all of this has occurred.
Yeah.
You get a fright, but you're also kind of like, I knew this.
Mm-hmm.
You are such an incredible person for pivoting or whatever. You have now this podcast. What's the name of your pod?
It's called The Triple Effect.
It's awesome. I discovered it from a social clip, which is, I think, is how a lot of people find our cool podcast at the moment. But I saw great guests on it, and I went, this is rock. And she's a rock star. Okay, is this something to do with the radio show? I was like, no, this isn't at all to do with the radio
separate,
show.
Totally separate.
And it's just awesome. It's like really smart people talking to you about truths and honest. Like, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I know you were saying ADHD now sponsor it, so that's a whole like full circle moment.
Yes.
But then, and I'm going to be really honest, you have hardships. You've had a tough time getting to grips with stuff, but then you go and decide to have another baby, having gone through that. Was that something you were like,
oh, like it's so funny. When I got pregnant the second time, because we planned it, so sure that I wanted another child, but also it was getting the diagnosis and understanding what happened in my brain, and understanding, okay, these are the different things that went on, and this is what caused these feelings. So when you have an understanding of something, you can almost preempt and you can recognize the signs earlier on.
okay, go on.
So like for me, it's funny, the second pregnancy, I actually felt like my hormones balanced out. Okay. I was still slightly imbalanced. Now, I haven't taken any of the ADHD medication. I want to, but the doctor didn't recommend it while you're pregnant or while you're breastfeeding, and I do plan to breastfeed. So if I am going to do it, it'll be after that. However, if I'm finding breastfeeding really difficult or my mental health is really bad, I will stop breastfeeding and I will take the medication, because happy mum, happy baby, and that's the priority. Whereas before, I was trying to be the perfect mum, but it's hard to be a perfect mum if your mental health is struggling. So I was kind of putting all that first rather than me first. So this time I just feel so much more mentally prepared. My husband's also more prepared and able to be like, you're kind
but
of
what are the
wavering a little
things,
bit.
the overwhelm, not doing too much, keeping your list tight, keeping your people tight? Like, is it all about simplifying, or is that too basic?
Yeah, it's taking, do you know what it is? It's actually just taking the pressure off and kind of going, because I can be quite a perfectionist. So if something isn't done perfectly, then I'm like, oh, it's not done. And it's like, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's actually okay. Like, you don't have to follow these exact rules. I would have been very like, well, the book says I have to do this. And I'm just like,
oh God, wait till you see Blathnaid on the second kid. Those memes are not even like,
it's so funny.
Dropping the dodo and licking it and like giving the kid, like your first kid, you're like anything, you're in down in Crumlin Hospital. I swear to God, the second, there's some beauty in the fact you're just like so much more relaxed.
I'm so much more confident.
And I don't want to be ignorant and tell you that and you're like, well, that's not the case. But I felt so relaxed with
I feel so
second.
much more confident and more at ease with myself. I don't judge myself as harshly either.
And you're obviously an awesome mom. Look at your Bobo.
Oh, I'm an amazing mum. I know I am.
Yes.
And like we're fabulous parents. No, I am.
Hey, I love that.
Yeah.
I said that out loud this morning, and my husband kind of looked at me like, you're a pain in the hole. I was like, I am an absolutely phenomenal mum. I'm shit at lots of things.
Yeah.
But because he's like, they're obsessed with you. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, oh my God, they're just like attached. And I said, well, I'm home more. And he goes, I thought if you'd be home more, they'd go off you. I was like, don't work like that, Jay.
No.
And he goes, it's so beautiful to watch them just follow you. And I was like, yeah, and that won't always be the case.
No.
They're going to probably can't stand me in a few years.
In a few years, so enjoy it.
But I know I'm a really good mama.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, like we're
and
both
I love
phenomenal
that you just
parents.
said that.
Yeah, we're phenomenal parents. Oh my God, we provide our daughter with the most beautiful life, and she's such a happy little kid. And we're so excited to make her a big sister.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm so excited about it.
We don't know the sex. We're not revealing this.
No, I do know this. Well, we know the sex.
And you're excited about that too, Simon.
Yeah, like we're so excited. And I'm just like, I'm really looking forward to it. So I'm due like the first week in November. And it's so funny. I remember the first pregnancy, everyone's like, don't tell people when you're due. I'm like, who cares? Whatever. I'm like, due around the first week of November. We'll see how it all goes. But like, I'm just so excited. And I feel very calm.
I feel like
I'm
you're
taking
super
the full
happy,
6 months mat leave.
Yeah, good.
I'm taking the time. I'm gonna,
the podcast isn't going to go anywhere.
Yeah.
The radio show's not going to go anywhere. Your life is still there. And I think as women, got to be careful of this. We think the whole world is going to forget about you and you're dead because you go on mat leave and you're forgotten. None of your beautiful creativity, all those skills don't apply, and you're just going to be like a lost. It's not true.
No, it's not.
And if we keep saying we're invisible and we're lost and we're forgotten about, it's just so damaging for other women. It's not a good vibe to
No,
send
it's
out.
not. It isn't. And
Like I've had loads of reincarnations and things in life, and you keep just doing it.
You do. And it's funny, you kind of like your experience doesn't disappear. Like you still have your experience, you still have those skills. And I remember I actually spoke to Lottie Ryan about this on the podcast, and she is amazing. But like it wasn't a pressure at all come from work. We've got an amazing team in 2FM, and they're very supportive of family life, love babies, all very positive. it was more a societal thing and like out of sight, out of mind. Is that?
Yes.
Excuse me, I just had a little burp there. Sorry.
Do you want me to burp you?
Yeah, please. Sorry, as I said, I'm very pregnant. And
she's amazing. She's literally due in a few weeks. And I remember having other people in here and they were like, and I'm like, what's going down? So you're not going to give birth today?
No, I hope not.
But it'd be good for the show today. It's blonde.
The waters have gone. But it's funny, like the pressure that we had put on ourselves and a societal pressure that like you need to bounce back right away and you need to get straight back to work and all of this sort of stuff. And I had planned on doing a second season of the podcast before the baby was born, but then I was like, I actually don't feel very well and my energy levels have dipped so much in the third trimester.
Why would you mill it in when you can do it when you're...
And Charlie was saying, he's like, what, like why are you putting that pressure on yourself? Like, you know, learn from the first pregnancy and what happened, because I put so much pressure on myself. So much so that I ended up actually on crutches before I had the baby. I had sciatica. I was just doing way too much. It was a fucking disaster. So I'm like, no, I'm not going to put that kind of pressure on myself this time. I'm so much better at asking for help as well this time. Whereas before, I'm a doer. I don't like getting help. I just do it all myself.
I'm like that, but I leaned in the second time to help. I was like, I need a bath, someone take the child. Whereas before I was like, I'm amazing. It's just this martyrdom crap. What are your hopes and dreams? So you may or may not move out beside me, which is totally okay if you need to do that. Yeah. What are the hopes and dreams? Obviously, continue with your career. I think podcasting is really awesome for you.
Yeah.
But what are the other hopes and dreams?
So the podcast is brilliant, and I love it because it's kind of, they're more in-depth conversations. So it's called the Triple Effect. So we take a look at the different ripple effects that situations and people have caused in people's lives. So had you not have gone through that experience, you wouldn't be who you are now. And I love that kind of interesting aspect. So that's been something that I've really wanted to delve into for quite a while. So it's been so lovely to itch that scratch that itch, other way around. And then the radio show is flying and I'm loving it so much. And I have the most beautiful all-female team as well. And like the ratings have been so good and I've been doing that show now for a year and like every book, the listenership's going up and up and up. So I'm so excited about that. I would love to dip my toe into more TV stuff. I do the Lotto obviously as well, but more TV programs in the future I would love to, because I love television. I love it. And I've done so much TV.
I could see you doing a documentary, and I know Laura Whitmore, who I kind of hadn't had in the zeitgeist, suddenly back doing this incredible documentary. I think that kind of thing would be awesome for you.
The Stacey Dooley kind of stuff. I know. I would love to do
travel.
That. I did a travel show before. That was my first TV show, which I loved, which was class. Travel shows are hard work.
It's not that sound.
It's really, it's like, it's backbreaking.
Talk to me quickly before I let you go about your style. No one styles you?
No, not really.
You've got great taste in your outfits for I'm not a Lotto gal, and I watch the Lotto for life.
I mean, I do.
You have great outfits.
Oh, thank you. I have to say, I'm a huge fan of Queen's of Archive.
Yes.
Huge fan.
Which isn't cheap.
Well, they lend me pieces. They do. They lend me loads of stuff.
So beautiful.
So, like, I get to wear it, but I give it back. And I do love that slightly kind of vintage feel. I love that kind of vibe.
But you're also like a disco queen, and then you're like trendy. Like, you've got a lovely vibe. I always feel like you are yourself, because there's a lot of women in media who dress according to trends.
Right, okay.
And I would never have said you're trend driven, which is cool. Did someone do your makeup today?
No, I love doing my own makeup.
Your makeup's lovely.
Thank you. Yeah. That's my like zen moment.
That's your therapy?
Yeah. I love it when I'm just like, hey, everyone, fuck off, leave me alone. And then I just like lock myself into a dressing room and work and do my own makeup, or in our house, I'm like, okay, close over the door. And like, do you know
what I will say to you about your Nancy? It's really good to teach your kids that, because I think back in the day there wasn't enough of that. Like, I'll be like to Gia, I need to be on my own now. And I think she thinks that's about her. And I'm like, I think you're awesome. I want to date you. I love you so much. But I need, if I don't get this time, I'm going to be cranky pants. And she's kind of learning. She'll kind of go to me now, Mom, I just need some space. I'm like, oh, but how healthy is that?
So healthy. Yeah, it is. It's great.
Awesome.
It is. No, it's so cute. Like, Nancy is so sweet. She's like, I want to do makeup too. And you're like, that's my Charlotte Tilbury. I'll take that
back. Not that one.
Not that one. Not that one. But no, I did. Like, it's funny. I don't know. I'm definitely in a very happy place right now. I'm so happy for you. Thank you.
I feel like this episode is going to be where Blathnaid diagnosed Rebecca.
Oh my God, I feel bad, because that's also mean. People with ADHD diagnose everyone with ADHD.
I just love that. I like that is the show. Thank you so much for coming on.
Yeah.
Lana Treacy, best of luck with the baby. We can't wait to see what, I was going to say we can't wait to see it come out.
Well,
But not really. I can't wait to see it when it's out. Best of luck.
thanks.
To all my gorgeous listeners, because every parent deserves peace of mind, I'm thrilled to share that this episode is brought to you in partnership with Optimal Follow-On Milk, the #1 follow-on milk brand in Ireland. Optimal Follow-On Milk is a product you can trust. It's specially designed to support babies' growth and development as it contains calcium and vitamin D, which contributes to the normal growth and development of bone. With over 50 years of dedicated breast milk research, Optimal Follow-On Milk brings science and care together to support your baby's journey. Optimal Follow-On Milk, your life, our science. If you like this episode, will you please rate it, subscribe and share it with others? This helps me get the guests that you want to hear.